Okay. Oh, shoot. Almost messed up. Okay, I got all that set up. Okay, I'm actually trying to rush here. I'm very late. Like, very late. I've been trying to get this game to work on getting captured, and it wasn't really working too well. Okay, and where is friends? Here, we'll give you that. Okay. And, am I missing anything? Oh, my window. Okay. Alright. So, I've opened this up before, 2 times because I was having to get the game, set up to work. I'll show it whenever we get into it, but there was like a problem here. But anyways, if you open this game up, you get to pick a time, and then you open the game up and you pick a time again, and if you just change the time, the text comes up saying like, "Oh man, they're proud that you took the time out of your day to change the time." So you get to pick your favorite time, but I'm just still gonna do a regular time, so hopefully it turns to 2:21 in just a second here, so we can get like the absolute time. Who knows if this guy will actually say something about it. Hopefully the game audio is being captured as well, because I have to use the screen capture instead of the game capture, which is what I usually use. So it's very weird on that end. So yeah. Also changed my name. That's also something that has happened as well as from my break. And there we go, it's 2:21. Alright, 02:21 a.m. Oh shoot. I messed up. Your favorite time of day, or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Actually, that's not the correct time. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is... It's inaccurate. That's completely inaccurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of your accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. So I guess we can boot up the game again. Hopefully that is not so loud. It doesn't look like it should be. So yeah, let me just bring that back up here. Gotta do that. Okay. So I got everything set up of where it should be, hopefully. Can barely hear myself over the game audio, but that's okay. Begin game. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Alright.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. something that would forever change Stanley, something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Here we are. The Stanley Parable. This game is somewhat old, but not really old. But yeah. So we step out of our office. Okay. Can we open any doors?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, this,
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
yeah, ain't nobody around. But yeah, this game, I do have the original, but they came out with this Ultra Deluxe, which has more endings, which sounds pretty amazing. Can I copy something? No. Okay. A room in 430. Wow, what is that? 437? Where's 431? That's weird. 429, 430, 437. That's weird. Okay. Talk about being very, I don't know what I hit.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
About room 420. It has to be. There has to be something here.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
There's also something to do with the time as well. I don't remember. We'll learn as we go. There's multiple endings, and even getting like an ending also changes more endings. So you can get more endings as you play. What is going on here? Why is there a mug on the ground? You do gotta wonder, where did everybody go? Am I just... Okay, so just... Okay. No, that door doesn't work. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so this is where the game actually kind of like makes its kind of like thing here. So we get choices here. So he tells us to go through the left. We can go through the right. Or we can just follow the story completely as it goes. So I think for at least this first playthrough, these playthroughs don't last long at all. For at least the first one, we're going to at least follow the narrator's direction for the first one, and then we're going to try to see what all we can mess up. So left. Okay. 412? Nope, nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing is happening. Okay. 411, no. Okay, enter office.
Single person here
Let me out.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting schedule. Monday. Weekly target. Admin. Marketing Mondays. Is that also a time? Okay, at 10. Then nothing. Huh. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager? number of sides on this slide. We need another one. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. I was gonna get close and read that. Rates of increasing. Please, no more charts. Please, I'm begging, stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Solving interpersonal conflicts. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict unless, hey man, I'm trying to read these. What are your dreams for the future? Okay, we need to move on. We could stand there all day. Broom closet. Oh, it opens.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to
Alright,
staircase,
which...
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs, okay. Is this it? No. I mean, there's two ways. It could be this way. No, this is a bathroom. What is this? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. What's that saying? That's a lovely purse. Oh, so that's a lovely purse. We can wash our hands. Use the restroom, maybe? Is that Time Magazine? Extreme bathrooms. How can a bathroom be extreme? Yeah, we don't need to be doing anything weird. So in here, here's his boss's office.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Right. So what do? I guess we gotta look for it. Like, I know he said what it is.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Creepy. I can barely see, and I turned up the brightness. Okay, there was nothing over here. So down the elevator. Got this. Thank you. How you doing?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he
How's
felt
your day
a bit
been?
peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah, how's your day been? Is the sound alright? Or do I need to turn down the game volume?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You got sick again, but you're feeling better? Oh. Hello, Moody. But you got sick again, you're feeling better? Okay. How was yours? And it sounds very good. Okay. My day's been going pretty good. But yeah, hope you feel better. Yeah, my day, yeah, it's been going alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Where do we go? Oh, I guess it's the camera.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Which one were we in? Probably
Probably
something around there.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
Yeah,
freedom.
is that ours? Which it won't let me zoom in. I wish I could see. Okay, whatever this one is.
Facility. It was too horrible to believe.
Fired.
It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even
Yes.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I can barely see.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Mind
And as the
control
cold
status
reality of his
offline.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Ah,
For
my
he
tooth.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, how'd I do that? Press a button? No. Probably facility power. Or maybe up there? No, it's probably in here. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Okay, it looks like we got
And when at last he found the
two.
source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off. Inside out, but for controlling people. I feel like that's what they were doing in Inside Out, though. They were controlling.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
At least with your emotions,
Was
though.
it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Right.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Where
How
did
had
they
he
go?
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay. Open.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay. We beat the game. The end. Nah, that's not the end though. Okay. So now
All of his co-workers were gone, What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. So now we can, we followed the narrator's decisions to a T.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But now we're not going to follow his decisions at all. No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting
I'm
room.
above the
Stanley
man.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What is in there? That's just a room. No. I don't think none of these doors really open. But who knows?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
It really
just to
was.
spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want to drink a Coke. Give me a soda. No.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It really was.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, what do you want me to do? Stand on here?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who? Who is
This is
her?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Has she? Has she been waiting? My whole life for this moment.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited Wait.
I didn't pick it up.
Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? Actually, chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
Right?
Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. We
Right.
could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
That would be
Or he
amazing.
could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
Fish?
yourself speaking
2
with a
plus
person who does
4
not make
equals
sense,
fish.
in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices
What?
on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally,
Less.
if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling
There's where
should
we are.
subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Right.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good
Okay.
decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. What? This game is something else. I'm guessing right here.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I think I know
We
what
just
we're
need to get
doing
you
next
home as soon
time.
as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I have a feeling I know what we're doing in the next go around. This game is something. It's so funny. But yeah, this game has like more endings now. Hold up, let me get this. Spam call.
Almost
Okay.
there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Alright.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Let me in. Okay. Okay. What do you want me to do? It's right. We go right. Well, okay. Maybe I do go left this time. Okay. Can I go this way? No. Okay. Well, they won't let me do nothing that way.
Oh, ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
Yeah.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely?
No.
To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Just fix it.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
What?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What,
I'm
did you think
sorry.
that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He
Yeah.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That
No.
there's a world outside of you. You're a child. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility.
Yeah.
You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make behave exactly as Stanley would.
What?
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, no.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Let's just do this like maybe like
Behave exactly as
2 more times.
That means choosing
If nothing
responsibly
changes,
and
then we'll
always
go
putting the story
through the
first.
stupid
I'm quite
door.
sure you'll be up to the task.
But we'll still
Just
continue
follow
to
my lead and
unfollow
you'll be
his.
fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, one more time. If there's nothing different
Behave
at
exactly
all.
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
The door on his right.
No! Why did
Okay,
you do
it ain't
that?
gonna be nothing
Quickly,
different.
hurry back.
Okay. Alright, left it is.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing
Come on,
responsibly
open it up.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He entered the door on his left. Okay, left it is. There. I follow directions. There, look. See? We're here. See? Look, we're here now.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Tips for
Stanley
not getting
decided to go up
fired.
to his
Talk
boss's
less.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. It makes sense. Oh, he won't even let me open that. Okay.
Coming to a staircase,
Oh, look,
Stanley
we
walked
can't even go.
upstairs to his boss's office.
We can't even go downstairs this time. He's literally made it to where we have to follow the story to a T. What about this bathroom? No. What about here? Is there anything here? No. Okay. So we basically have to follow the narration to a T. This is not the same room though. What is this?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it
Night
still
Shark
work? There was only one way
115.
to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115. Well, I guess I can do it. Oh, I can't say nothing. Okay, well. It's over.
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh.
Night Shark 115.
Oh, I thought you said.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Okay. Night Shark 115. No, okay, well.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah, he
You
doesn't
didn't
talk.
mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
There's no
Otherwise
way.
we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I can't speak it.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it, but you know
No.
what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You
No,
could have
it
done
just
whatever the hell
it just
you
kept
wanted over
repeating.
there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You. When Stanley
What?
came to a set
What?
of two
What
open
the
doors,
heck?
he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Hello?
Stanley, what are you doing,
Is
man?
everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door.
The Stanley Parable.
To me?
Ultra Deluxe.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
Created with Unity.
This is more important.
That's kind of weird. I thought it was like created with
I need this.
the Source engine.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay.
Well, the narrator's alone.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Bro, that kind of was sad. That was kind of sad at the end there. Okay. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Something
mean?
with that. I don't remember
Stanley
what it
decided
was.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But you have to stand there and wait. But, no, we want to go and jump off that machine. New content. Not right now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Right.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
No,
the
I know.
employee lounge first,
Hey,
just
hey,
to admire it.
hey, I know this was not the right way.
Yes.
I know, it's so beautiful. Look, oh, look at the
What
Coke
a
machine.
gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on it, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
I know.
5 years ago.
Look at this, watch. Oh.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yay!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Should we go
Stanley
through?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, new content. Let's go see what's in here.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Is this part of the Ultra Deluxe? Who knows?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay, it is.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Right. I have it.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I did have a problem with this
Step
game.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too. Okay, before we go any further, I did have a problem with this game, whenever I had to, change the video and stuff. This right here was not here. The resolution, it just said, the resolution was there, but it's like the numbers and stuff, the res effect, all it said was like res effects or something. And basically you had to like, go in, delete some files, and this comes back. So, I don't know. It needs to be patched, but anyways. I guess new content.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
So apparently this is new content. This is...
Is it broken?
I don't know. It ain't even working.
Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
So I guess they had to hire the same voice actor for the narrator. I think the narrator is like a actor.
Say initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Alright, new content. It's a big empty room with...
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, we can jump. That's new. We couldn't jump before. We're gonna jump all of them. We're gonna jump the whole time. I want to see all this new content. Oh, well, we can't jump no more. Oh, you can't even jump anymore. It's... Okay, maybe that... Well, it's only in the circle, though. We couldn't jump out of the circle.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
That'd be sad.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping.
Right?
Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary.
Another
hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Let it be something.
For whatever it is.
Let it be something disappointing again, or the jump box. Okay. A new. Well, I don't know that it's new. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens.
That's better.
Greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay. Wait, where am I at? This is different. Yeah, this is not the same. I guess it truly is new content.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
And it's a choice. Do we go up or do we go to the vent? Anybody knows? Anybody got like something at all? Up or vent? Okay, I guess we'll go to the vent. Can I take that? Hey, can I jump? Okay. Alright, vent it is. Is that screwdriver and a coffee cup? Well, this is no way back. Here we go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Right,
thinking
just a
about the
jump
past and how
box.
much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
You made it just for me? Whoa. What the? Where?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
That's good.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Amazing. The memory zone. Hold up. Let me come over here and look. Okay, nothing there.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Right.
Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Yes, they did. 2013. Everything is 2013. Talk about reliving the past. Was this Stanley Parable? Audience Award 2014 Independent Games Festival Audience Award. Oh, that's pretty cool. What is that? Collector's Edition? That's pretty cool. That's like how like old like Windows stuff came. Their first dollar they made. It's like Mr. Krabs. Stanley Parable. Was that like soundtrack? Yeah, bits of music. Okay. And that's $1. That's pretty. That is a photorealistic daughter. Or dollar, not daughter. Jeez. The Stanley Parable demonstration. I don't know what that is. I guess it was a demo. Huh. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. That's an achievement? Unachievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. That's kind of strange. Nominees. New video game releasing today. New York Times. Is this an actual article? Because like that's like a front page New York Times. I wouldn't think New York Times would put that. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Okay, they got a bench over here. Nothing. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
A 10 out of 10?
Every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
I know.
It's no games at all.
It's just a
It
cheap
isn't even
re-release.
the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
What? An hour of new elevator content? Up or down? Jeez. Oh, that's the memory zone maintenance. It's the big choice. Right or left? Person of the year. I guess Stanley. What is that? Is that like the game engine? I'm guessing. The original remake? What? Oh, it's a red door and a blue door? I think that was in the game.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
A 9.
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Ain't that right? It's usually how it happens. I don't know. No, made no sense. Okay. Where to?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
There has to be more. Well, I mean, this is new content,
I
but...
don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Drinks. Reminds me of,
Oh no.
Half-Life.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't
Oh, no.
used in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, no.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah, this is definitely new content. And we also had another new content as well, because we went through an event. We could have went up. So we have another way to go after we finish this path. Bro, this game is just funny. I like this game. I can't believe there was an achievement for not playing for 5 years. Uh-oh, what's this?
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good.
The game is good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
Noodle
Tell me
shaft?
if I'm preachy, honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track
I
record.
know. Having 10s and 9s.
Like a failure.
How could you give a
Like I let
review?
these people down.
3 hours of playtime?
The Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
They definitely didn't get the broom closet ending. Okay, what's this one? This one was almost 10 hours. I'm sorry.
So the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Surely.
It means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto
What?
today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. I don't really want them. I like your narration. Oh, it's literally a button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is
Wonder how
game
long
for
we
the
can listen
people.
to him.
And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
I'll keep listening to this.
The end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly...
Man, he's going on a tangent.
Until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story and the choices,
okay,
or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah,
okay,
blah,
it's just gonna, okay, bam.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal...
It wasn't even a few minutes, it was like a second.
...on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go...
Shut up!
Welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that
there isn't even a door here.
has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Let's see.
Unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ram... Stanley,
That ain't
don't
too.
push the button again.
Oh, it's 12 hours. Oh
You've just
man.
been frozen there. I don't know why this
Just
is taking
standing?
longer, but they're
Here.
really... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, it's been changing time.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I don't know, but we're gonna skip again. Shut up.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Well,
How long has it been?
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
And we can skip it again.
After a year.
It was a year. It was after a year.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is
I don't want to hear about your problems. I just wanted to know how long it's been. Shut up. Maybe the narrator died. It's been so long. It's been like 30 years. Oh, that's weird. That has a weird sound to it. It's just silence. Any dust? No. We can just hit the skip button again. Okay. It's a fire alarm. Please, stop it. That's annoying.
But they didn't understand.
Oh,
that
you're
the game
back.
was never meant to be funny. It was meant
What?
to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by...
Bro. I guess we're literally just stuck here. I don't even know. The clock doesn't even work. Okay. Button. Get me out of here.
End is never the end, 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 is never the
Bro.
end, is never the
Shut up.
end, is
Shut
never
up.
the end, is never...
Oh, it's leaking. Hold up. Thing over here? No, it's just leaking. Thought maybe there's a bucket of water, perhaps. Okay. Who knows how long we've been here, because each time we skip, more time passes. It must be years and years. This time we got a daytime. Okay. Is that a radiation symbol? What? Oh man. That has to be a lot of time for like vegetation to grow and stuff. That really was a long time there. What's that? Hold up. Before we press the skip button in time. Oh, that's just a chair. Can I go and grab this? No. But it is a radiation symbol. Okay. Skip ahead in time. Well, now where'd the plants and trees go? This is creepy now. I'm getting scared. It's dark. There's probably no life outside. Please let me out. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Whoa, that was freaky. Is that actually going to pop up? No, I think that's over with. Okay. We've been gone for... It's all gone. It's nothing but a desert now. Who knows how long we've been in that? I guess the narrator got tired of talking. I don't know. I wonder how far this goes. We're pretty far from... Oh, there. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Oh. And we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, what is this?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Can I touch that? No. Wait, is that a thing? Hold up. Is there any other... Okay, there's that, but yeah, in his desk, you can't really... Thought it opened up for a second. His computer we can't turn off. Anymore. Is there actually anything else? I mean, awaiting input. Input received. What? Am I doing something secret here? Has anything been turned on? No. I guess maybe they were already on. Okay. I don't know about the waiting input thing though. Nothing there. Okay. Will there be new content? I don't know. Should we go? I mean, it's new content now. Okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
I did.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Going to be on the new content. Well, that was pretty fast. Still nothing over here. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out
Right.
to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it
What the
one
heck?
step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yes!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Have we? Have they? Okay. Investor showcase.
Calling it
Oh.
the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yeah.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
That's what I'm
But
wondering.
the Stanley Parable 2 Now that's an artistic statement.
That's a
right
full
there.
sequel, though.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
What is this? Just, photos. Okay. It's over here. Nothing. Now, this really is new content. We really are in new content. Nothing but twos. New mug. I want old mug. Old mug was better. Guess they're trying to figure out the logo. I don't know. Something. That's pretty smart. Stanley Parable 2. We get 2
Now,
Stanleys.
to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Just looking at all the posters. What is that? Oh. Sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the what? It's a sequel to the prequel? Or wait, no, it's a prequel. Not new features. Oh, it's there's a bus. Could we go outside? What's the deal? Oh wait, this is outside. Wait, no, where? It's like in the parking garage? I don't know what it is.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Well, what would be the new features? you just say try out the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Does it really? I want that. Where's that? Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
So would it really be the Stanley
first
Parable?
most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
That sounds pretty cool. Like, how would you get the name though? Here's the button. Jim!
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I
Alright.
promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Alright,
I
I'm
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim,
Ah.
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
What?
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so,
Yeah.
please step forward and press the button.
Oh boy, I hope this button says my name, Jim. Oh my goodness.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Come on, man. My name is Jim.
It hits even
It'd be
harder the
something if,
second
like,
time.
somebody
If
is
this were
playing
the
this game and their
only
name
feature
is
of Stanley
Jim.
Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
But I am
Oh,
Jim.
there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
I don't
Put
think
the
you
gym
can be
button
too
away.
much Jim.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
We'll call this the Jim Parable. Wait. Oh, you took it away. Okay. I guess we can't be Jim no more. Can't have too much Jim, apparently. Or you can have too much Jim, yeah. We don't want that. Okay, what
I
else?
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable
Right.
too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
It's only exclusive to Jim. Okay, that's epilogue. What? Please, no screenshots. A whole new office? Yo, why is that making that noise? Red is the new orange. I actually like the red, but red is my favorite color. The new update, ray traced, more of the same, but in a good way. I don't really care for ray tracing. New features, new content, new ideas. I mean, if you implement it, then, you know, it is what it is. Whatever this is, please shut up. The baby is all grown up now. Oh, what? Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Okay. What's happening over here? Is the sound over on this wall? What's going on here? Expo Hall Guide Jump Circle. Oh, okay. The map. Free achievement. Where's the free achievement? I want the free achievement. Okay, what we need to do is find the gym button. Okay, so B would be there. Okay, so we came from here. Went through that door. It's all the way over here. Free. Oh, this is it right there. Okay. Hold up. Cat wants out. Alright, I am back. Okay, so let's keep looking. This map is number 5. Yep, you are here. Z is merch. Y'all got merch? Setting world champion was B2. Okay, the infinite hole. I don't think we want to go down there. Hold up a minute. Before we get this free achievement, I want the merch. I want a shirt that says Jim. Okay. Reinsurance bucket. No screenshots. Man, I don't want to kind of like walk into something like that and then like reinsurance bucket. Let's go into the reinsurance bucket. That's kind of weird.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair
There's no
in
bucket.
those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable.
Oh wait, there it is.
Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
What?
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Can I hold it?
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, I can. I'm just wondering, Is this like all like a big joke, right? Or are they actually making a Stanley Parable 2 and this is like their way of announcing it? Okay, anyways. I got the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in
Oh, I like how the
face of
handle
crushing despair,
jiggles.
must
Look at that.
already be sweeping
That's pretty
through your
neat.
body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, can I put the bucket down? I guess not. I guess we just hold on to bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Man, okay, let's go in here and see.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Right.
I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday. Happy 12th birthday, Stonies? Nah. Get well someday.
Sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday,
What?
niece, it is.
No. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Right. Can't go back on it now. Man, there's the easy achievement. The infinite hole. I don't want to go down that. Just in case that is the end. Over here, collectibles. Oh yeah, there's a jump circle too. We need to go to that. Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
What is this? Oh, is this one of the collectibles? 0 out of 6. Whoa. It's pitch black. It's pitch black in there. I want to go in. Oh, you can't. It's walled. I was walking for a good amount of time.
It's the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
But that has me thinking, is there more? Like, there was 0 out of 6. Is there more there? Okay, free achievement. I want a free achievement. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works. That sounds like Todd Howard with Fallout.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Right,
well,
right.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want my achievement. Okay, whatever. I see how it is. It's a truck. Can I go back here? Apparently. There's nothing, though. Anything in there? Nope. Okay, I don't think there's actually any more collectibles.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
We haven't been to the infinite hole. Oh, here's the jump circle. But we used it all.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable.
Why just a circle?
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh.
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Okay. Aw. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the map and just see what... Oh, the epilogue. We didn't do that. And then the infinite hole. And then there's an exit at E. Don't know where that's at. E? Right over there. Apparently that's the exit. Yeah, apparently that might be the exit, I'm thinking. Or maybe that's the exit. Hold up. Anyways. Have anything infinite hole is last. Just so nothing bad happens. I want to look at all this. Okay. You heard Jim in the game. I did hear Jim in the game.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at
Right.
end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. I don't even know what an epilogue. Yeah, it'd be at the end of the game. Okay. Setting world champion. Oh yeah, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. I don't want to miss that. We need a... Okay. Settings. World champion. Okay. Apparently we can't do that, actually. Okay. Fake news. Okay. Infinite hole and free achievement. And then there's the exit. Okay. Infinite hole it is. Because then there was just the exit. Okay, but how's an infinite? Like, how can you make an infinite hole? It has to end at some point.
Stanley,
There's
here's an
the
idea
hole.
that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Anything else over here? No, just the hole. Okay, alright. Hole time. How infinite do we think it is? I still got my bucket. Well, we are falling.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
But
since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
oh wait, okay.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button.
But I want
go
to keep
back to the
falling.
top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Is there a bottom? You said it's infinite.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
That's what I'm wanting to
That
know.
depends on your definition of
Oh,
infinity.
here comes the
From
end.
one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature.
Whoa.
It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
I would have let that go for 30 minutes.
Got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly
Mostly infinite.
If that works for you, Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can...
Okay,
I'll
alright.
just be up here when you're ready.
Okay. Let's see if he just says anything. Just a little bit extra if I don't. Okay, I think that was it. Alright.
Great.
Gee.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Are you?
Oh, for heaven's sake. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
I haven't.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
That one was even shorter.
Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
No, it's getting
I
shorter.
suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even
No.
by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing.
That's probably like 50
What's
feet.
going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
I still want to go in it.
Is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Uh-oh. I can't.
Is the teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure. I'm
Well,
pressing it.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Press. No.
Still
The
nothing.
button doesn't work. Nope.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
What?
Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Bye.
You and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I'm actually here. Just... I can't get out. You can't jump. What was that? Okay, that's a weird sound. Oh, it's moving. Okay. Now it's how far down do we go? Is that Stanley? Look at Stanley go. Now it's... Oh, what the heck? It just keeps going. Oh, look at him. Big head Stanley. Now that is something.
Stanley!
Oh,
Stanley!
oh.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in
No.
this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Now it's kind of infinite in a sense of we can't get out. It's more of an infinite time. Are we about to be moving again? Oh. Oh.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
I want to be go. I'm Jim. Can I actually still press the Jim button, or is that just still gone? I want to be called Jim one more time. Oh, it's still gone. Okay, I guess. Well, the infinite hole is done. I was having fun there. Is this still making the weird... Yeah, this still makes the weird noise. I don't know why it does that. Whatever. The jump circle, mostly infinite hole. It's the mostly infinite hole now. Or if what happens if I go back here. See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta just be persistent. Oh, he's like, you're not getting in there. You're done. Okay, and then I got the one collectible, which I think it's only just the one. Okay. I know that there is this way, which I think is the exit. Yes.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
What is this? This game is something. No screenshots. Well, I'm streaming, so there's
So,
nothing I can do about
what
it.
do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. So
Somewhere.
let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
I'm ready.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I
Well,
mean,
the
there's
holes
potential
there.
errors. Sort of. Okay, never mind.
We got an epilogue.
Let me do a different arrangement.
The jump circle's back. Okay.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I
But
do
you
very
do
much
have
enjoy
two
creating
infinite
gags, but they
holes,
don't
but
add
one
up
of
to
them
much.
is in the
I wanted
jump
more
circle.
than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
So it's just the same game?
Go ahead. Take a look.
We even get settings? No way. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The red. The Stanley Parable 2.
This is the story.
There is a
of
skip
Stanley.
button.
Stanley worked for a company in a big
No, I
building
don't want to
where
skip.
He was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so
All of his co-workers were gone.
it's
What
just
did it
this.
mean?
It's
Stanley
this.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Man, the sequel's amazing. Oh, we can't go over there? That doesn't do nothing. Okay. Got balloons. What about in here? Again. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's a pencil sharpener. Thought it was something. Okay. Onwards. Wait.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Almost missed it. I hate Mondays, right?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Duh.
chest and entered the door on his left.
Ah, man. Fine. Okay. We'll go to the left and then go downstairs. Yeah, no.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his
With no
boss's
expectation of
office
promotion or
was where he'd
recognition,
find
don't get
answers.
fired. Wait, what's over here? What's on this board? Targets. Okay. Who moved my desk?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I want to hand the
I know
bucket
how
over.
hard it must be.
Where'd I hand
From
it?
the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom
Bad
closet
broom
has the gall
closet.
to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Ah.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an
No.
even partially enticing manner?
No.
Well,
Now
I
give me this
never.
wrench.
Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have
I've only had it for like a minute. What are you talking about? I'll trade you this bucket for this
Okay,
wrench.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
What property
There.
of Stanley?
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
What?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel
Now the
that it
bucket
works because
sticker.
the sticker is also a bucket.
Yes.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Right.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Right. Any more stickers? Or no?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
He actually just walked away. Okay. Okay. Alright. Guys, lost it. I'm not moving, by the way. This is my bucket and my closet. Okay. I think it's about time for us to move on. There. At least I got stuff for it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, no, we won't walk downstairs. Collectibles.
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? The bucket.
Am I crazy, Bucket?
But said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this.
Oh, the bucket's gone.
What sort of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious.
Oh, shoot.
He exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must
Give me my
find it.
bucket.
Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
I'm coming, Bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his.
No, mine's gonna have a sticker that says Stanley.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find
And it's got a sticker of a bucket.
Old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What a weird ending. Wait, we're still not done though. The office is different. Oh, there's the bucket. And it is my bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
How about we go right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Right? Maybe the bucket wanted to be here.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
It was?
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Can't look out the blinds. No. Okay. Thank you, Bucket, for showing me that.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
No, the bucket is never wrong.
Left to go back to the meeting room.
No, we don't want to do that. Maybe we do. No.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting
No.
room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
This is funny. Okay.
Good.
said
Wait.
the bucket.
Could I
Now
go
ride
over
the
there?
lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
The
Stanley
collectibles.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Well, apparently I didn't. Danger everywhere. 2B1. What? What does that even mean? Okay. Don't listen to the bucket.
No,
The bucket is a
stop.
lie.
Up there on the wall, you see,
Where?
there's
Where?
a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
Yeah.
This misunderstanding could
I don't
have
know what this
dire
is.
consequences on the
It
entire
just
rest
popped
of the game if
up.
not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
But I want to go in there. Okay, fine. Wait, what? Is this
Now
a bucket?
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and
Hey.
you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything
Let's
we'll
just
ever
get-
need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Is this a bucket?
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What about this one?
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
And no. What?
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Well, darn. How could I be so wrong?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket?
Looks like a bucket to me.
Correct.
Really?
This is a bucket.
How? I guess that is what a bucket looks like.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick
What?
question. Both. Gotcha.
It isn't a bucket?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
No, it wasn't a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
I think everything could be a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't
I
a
got
bucket?
confused
Mere moments ago,
myself.
I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Are we all a bucket?
Stanley, I can't keep doing
No, you're
this.
not a bucket.
I'm losing
Okay.
myself, and myself was all I ever had
Wait.
to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
What?
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
All buckets?
Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why didn't
Because
you
everything was a
disappear?
bucket.
Everything was a bucket.
Everything was...
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
But everything else is.
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what. I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And
Okay.
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you
Right.
run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Okay.
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Alrighty. Okay. The sequel's now paused. Okay. That's gonna be my time for me. It's been 2 hours, so that's gonna be it. And what a good way to end off on us all learning that everything is a bucket. So, yeah. I'll see you guys, next time. We'll be continuing with this game. I don't know how many endings there are, but we'll try to get a lot of them. So yeah, see you guys.